Hey readers, Jewel Quinlan here. You've stumbled upon my Happily Ever After playlist of my own personal story. And on this playlist, I'm just sharing about my own journey to Happily Ever After. I am currently 50 years old, never been married, and I will be tying the knot in August of this year. So just about 3 months out, getting down to the wire now. And in this video, I just wanted to talk about something like happier, just as far as wedding planning. And I have to tell you guys, like, I am so happy I gave myself a year to plan the wedding. And this is with me choosing like an all-inclusive venue, right? They crank out these weddings. That's all they do, like two a day. And that's what this place does. And you basically get a binder, you get a checklist. I mean, they do this thing like clockwork, and you just have to sort of choose what you want within the choices that they have, right? Which you would think would be so easy. Um, but even with that, you still need time because there's always additional costs and things outside of that package that come up. And then you need time to order things like wedding invitations, um, even with their and they this place handles like the wedding invitations, but you still have to go in and sort of pick the design and then pick the fonts and get them ordered. And when they come, then you gotta work with your significant other to choose the guest list and get everything sent out, get the addresses. Like, there's just things that take a lot of time that are details that weren't handled by the venue. And this is a great venue. I'm very happy we picked them. Or even like music choices. Trying to decide what music gets played at key moments in the wedding. And I don't know about you guys, but other than like the wedding dance song, I've never thought about any of that. Any of that. And also having to get the wedding dress hem, that's another separate expense. Where am I going to go to get my hair and makeup done? Thank God I have a friend who is a professional makeup artist, and she steered me in the right direction. But you have to get on that early because all the good people get booked up. So again, that's another good reason to be planning like a year out. Or even with, the florists or even the hair and makeup, they're like, do you have a Pinterest board or something to show me for inspiration so I can give you the hair and makeup that you wanted? And like at this point in my life, 50 years old, I haven't really ever thought about it. I never was one of those girls who collected, bride magazines or looked at bride magazines and kept clippings or anything. And I've never been into Pinterest. So I just never got into the wedding planning. It was more about trying to find the right guy all my life. That's it. That's really what I focused on. And sort of the wedding itself is, wonderful, blessed, joyful day, but not as important as him, you know, that person I'm going to spend my life with. That's really where the majority of my thoughts went to. So yeah, just so many things outside of just the venue, just trying to get, having to sit down and make a Pinterest board, or let me tell you, so like a registry, like, you think it would be fun. I am so tired of like having, because I work on a computer all day, and then having to, at the end of the day, get back on the computer and be looking through registry and trying to make decisions for, we haven't combined households yet, so trying to decide what we need or want or like, and getting the registry together for the guests, that takes time as well. So there's just a lot of little details, a lot of extra expenses. Even the photographer trying to, they have recommended photographers at this venue I'm using, but you still need to look at the pictures because some photographers are more skilled than others at catching the right moment in the right way with the right lighting, that kind of stuff, or even just their style, So choosing the photographer, and then that was not an included expense, so now we had to add that on. Honestly, there's so many expenses that come up. Even so, my fiance and I had like several days where we had all these appointments, from like getting the cake tasting box to scoring the cake stuff, and trying to decide, did we want a big cake or did we want a dessert bar with a little cake for us? And then just so many little things. And I can't say it's been kind of fun. It's been kind of fun, but there's definitely additional multiple little details, and I am so glad that I did not try to put this together myself, in some random hotel and then trying to find a wedding coordinator. And all inclusive is the way to go. I'm just going to tell you. Especially, at my age, 50 years old, when I actually walk down the aisle, I'll be 51. At my age, all inclusive makes me super happy, with some choices and just the confidence of knowing that these guys, this is what they do all day long every day, and that it's going to run like clockwork. Most of all, I wanted peace of mind because I've seen, some friends get married and they were piecing it together themselves, and something always goes wrong or something's not executed perfectly. And I'm not attached to a lot of the details, which I think is a blessing, right? When you're being a perfectionist about the wedding, that's going to lead to some disappointments. So there's a few things where I've just had to detach from something being perfect, and I know it's going to be a wonderful special event regardless. No one's going to notice some of these details that may not be exactly what I wanted, but I don't care. I just want there to be a day filled with love and good family around to celebrate it with us, and for it to be a marker of our spiritual bonding for our next steps together. It means a lot to me, and I'm super happy to be on this journey. And yeah, I just wanted to share the trials and tribulations of wedding planning. And if you enjoyed that, you know what to do. It's YouTube. So I love you guys. See you soon. Bye.